because I want to be able to share something with Teresa and Kiana when they follow up with us on this. So, with that being said, is there anyone who's ready that would like to share their cover and give us a brief introduction? Again, we're sticking to that 2-minute mark simply because there's more of us and we do want to honor the time allocated. So does anybody have a cover and an introduction they would like to share with us? And don't Michael was real gentle with you all. He didn't call names. I will call names. So.
You know what? Let me go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off.
Come on.
Now, let me just say, I am a little lax in some of the deliverables. No, not making any excuses, but someone very dear to me, I've known for over 50 years, just recently passed. So
Okay.
it's been a little difficult.
We can hear that. All of us know what it's like. So
okay, I was gonna share my screen.
okay.
You gotta give me permission.
Michael, can you give her permission to share her screen?
And I saw, I was going through so much. And I'm actually not even, I haven't.
It's actually trying to get me to pin her, but it's not. Oh, because I'm not
the host.
Yeah, I'm not host anymore.
Yeah, you are.
No, I gave it back to you.
I did not want it back.
Hand it back off. I'll take it up.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
My bad.
I stayed. I was like, I'm gonna make you co-host then, okay? So you can.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's what I did. Right, I just went to co-host,
All right, and let's see, stop video, and come on, stop video spotlight. Yeah, it's still talking about.
Okay, she should have it now. She should.
Okay, yep, I do.
You good? All right, cool. Because it's not showing me anything on that round.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. So one of the things I combined two of the things that I've been working on, dissecting my soul, and one thing that I've started to create is called frequency art. So, you never know. You put yourself out there, but you never know how it's going to be received and if it's even welcome. But I started drawing therapeutically. And this is like a depiction of like me, like dissecting everything that's in it. So I did do the cover. I have the energy for it, but firming up an introduction, still working on that part. So
can you tell us, dissecting the soul, what it actually is? Is it a teaching document? Is it a podcast? What is it going to be? A book?
Well, I looked at it as creating a book. It's like it's teaching, and it's sort of like sci-fi as well. Because everything dissecting the soul has to do with energy and overstanding your energy. So it's more so telling stories and also providing the science to go with it, metaphysics to go along with it. Wonderful. So I'm still firming everything up in my head, but when I first drew the cover, that kind of came to me like everything that's in my soul is just all over the place, and me just kind of willing. You remember, I don't know what movie that is where the woman is there. She's spinning gold, right? What's that movie, y'all?
Rumpelstiltskin?
Is it Rumpel where she's spinning the gold? Where she spins the gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she has this magical power. So it's and the power comes from within inside. So that's how it is. It's sort of like telling some of the, it's fiction and nonfiction put together, because it's giving you elements on how you can heal yourself. And my stories will allow me to present that and then bring in a little bit of sci-fi into it as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's it. What y'all think about the cover?
Well, you know, I'm thinking that I want to put it in the canvas so you can dress it up a little bit.
Okay.
But we'll
Yeah,
talk
I
about.
saw that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
we
that.
can work together this week on it because you can pull that image into there without distorting it.
Okay.
I love the idea of the frequency art. That's my 2 cents. Anybody else?
Sometimes I can find out I'm unmuted, or I'm unmuted, or I'm not muted. Okay. Um, what stuck out to me was I saw that the number 8 in there.
Yep.
That's like the immediate goal, and like 8 is like my power number, so
Mm.
it was like the first thing that I got drawn to was that number 8.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure well, I know why, but yeah, that was my thing. I like it. I like the abstractness of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 8, as you know, is a symbol of infinity.
Mm-hmm.
So the frequency art, you know, I had certain frequencies emitting when I was actually drawing it. So this is one of a few that I've done. But when they said, "Oh, where's your poster?" I was like, "What? Oh, I missed that one." I was like, "I got something already." So
Yeah,
that's how this came about.
that's wonderful.
I like the colors. Actually, really, it resonated with my soul. Just seeing the combination of the colors. So I definitely felt the frequency in this.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
I have a question. Is there in the color seem like muted instead of being like really vibrant? Was there intentionality behind that? Was that intentional or
Yes, I actually, yeah, that's how it is.
ah,
I made
uh-huh.
it transparent, but this is the actual picture because
Okay.
I wanted the words to stick out.
Okay.
So maybe I'll play a little with Canva and, you know, give it the pop it needs.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
I would go with another font.
Okay.
That font that's um tends to be a little more um I would say overused, a little bit
Papyrus.
archaic. Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit archaic. And there are a lot of other fonts that still have that same um, energy
Yeah.
behind it, you know.
Oh, no, no,
But
no. Leave it as is, because once you get it into Canva, you'll be able to
yeah,
experiment
Play
with the
around.
yeah. So
yeah,
leave it as is, because that way you'll already know you want something that looks like papyrus. You'll more easily
hmm
be able to compare that to. I should know. I'm like the Canvas king. I should know. Um,
Ah,
but yeah, you'll be able to compare it to what you have on there already. So yeah,
hmm
that way you won't lose the original intent of what you
right.
wanted with that papyrus font. My two
right.
cents.
Yeah.
Ms. Shemsu, what I'm going to do is just to make sure that we stay on that 2 minute mark. Once everybody starts, I'm just going to go ahead and hit a timer. That way,
Thank you.
I'm
Yeah.
keeping myself abreast of how long everybody's staying.
Thank you.
Okay. And I
Yeah.
yield at this time. I'm sure my 2 minutes is up. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Who's next?
Oh, I like.
Ooh.
Me.
Yeah, that's how you do that.
So I wanted to start with a guide. I wanted to start with a guide. I have had in my spirit wanting to write, something for my future generations for a long time. And one of the things that I, say to myself is, wow, some of the stuff that I've learned, if I had known this at 20, 16, whatever age, would some of my decisions have been different, whatever. So I saw this cover and I like the femininity. I like the color. I was playing with the font. I wanted to get you all's feedback because, I don't know if this is something that would capture the age. So originally I wanted the age group to be, 20 to 30s, because that's generally the time that you're making some pretty life-changing decisions. But then as I started outlining my chapters, then I said, well, this could be really a guide for anyone that's stuck in a particular area of their life, where they could open this up,
Ooh.
go to that chapter, and read about career, read about relationships, read about finances. So I
30
don't know that I
seconds.
want to limit it to 20 to 30-year-olds. So this is my piece.
I love it. Two suggestions
Thank
I
you.
have. I would
Yes.
put the guide living your best life first. Switch it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
And then
Okay.
the what my 50-year-old self, I would have that second sort of like in italics, like a sidebar, but the main
Mm,
thing is guide to living your best life.
okay. I like that. Okay.
And I'm with you with the font. I'm not really sure
Uh-huh.
what font, because the font up tops, it pops. But
Yeah.
then too, um, it seems like you might want to have something, because it's so feminine. It's like, are
Yeah.
you just speaking to the
Yeah.
feminine? Would you have a niche that you're writing to, or is it for everyone? Of course, everyone will pick it up, but
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great question.
so yeah.
Originally, yeah, originally I had my granddaughters in mind, but I
Mhm.
get your point. Yeah.
It
So
wouldn't
with
matter to
that,
me. I buy women's stuff all the time, so it wouldn't matter to me if it was just if it was geared toward women. I don't care about all that.
right, I know.
Okay.
So I'm just
Okay.
saying, in the title, you
Okay.
might, where it says what my 50-year-old female self, or something to that effect. I was thinking when I said that, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
My two
Right.
cents on that would be, yeah, put guide to living your best life above that in
Okay.
a slightly larger font so that it
Okay.
stands out.
Okay.
Make the
Okay.
what my 50-year-old blah 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 a slightly smaller font so that that main point, because guide to living your best life, that's the title, right?
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
that needs to be prominent over
Uh-huh.
the tagline, so to speak. So that's my 2 cents on that one. But
Is
Okay.
this
it
your
looks awesome.
is
Thank
this your
you.
first book,
Oh
Dr.
Yeah.
Amy? It's okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
Um,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
rule of thumb,
Mm-hmm.
typically put your name at the bottom.
Okay.
People who have written multiple books, they tend to put theirs at the top, because they have that
Oh,
following and all of that stuff.
got it.
Not always, but that's just kind of like, just from a design standpoint, that's kind of what
Yeah.
you do. Um, I
Okay.
love the
Yeah.
color. I love the
Uh-huh.
image. Um,
Uh-huh.
I agree with what everybody else has pretty much said. Um,
Yeah.
Guide to living your best life, definitely make that more prominent. Like, you could even, I like the font. I
Okay.
really like
Okay.
that font. You
Okay.
could, if there's a way to even maybe like make the title all
Mm-hmm.
caps or something like that without it looking crazy, then
Okay.
experiment with that. And then definitely, um, for your subtitle,
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Uh, just make it a little smaller, even though um, that's a pretty decent size. You can make it a little smaller, but I would keep your subtitle to about 2 lines. So if you can
Two lines.
fit
Okay.
that on 2 lines maximum, then that would be good. And yeah, just kind of switch the titling from and your name, the switch the placement.
Okay.
But love the color. I love that image a lot. And the font both fonts are good.
Okay. Thank you for that. Yeah. The template came like this, and I looked at it and I was like, oh, my cursive. I was like, do young people, can they read cursive, first of all? And then,
He's not lying.
they stopped teaching cursive
I
writing.
know, they did.
So I was like, could they read my name? And then when I saw it on the top two, I was like, well, that's different. I think that's probably why I just picked the template anyway, because it just spoke to me and it was different. And I really wanted to be able to appeal to younger audiences to, want to be able to pick it up, so. But thank you. I love it. I'll play around with that.
Yeah, the script font with the design, the imagery of the head over the body is they complement each other. It's soft, it's feminine, it's sexy. I like it.
Yeah.
I see, you know what I do see? That butterfly at the top, I see it in gold. Like because it's like your ascending self.
Ooh, I like
So
that.
I see that one butterfly like in gold. Kind of like symbolic.
So I could change that on Canva, that color?
I don't know.
Oh, I'll try. I don't know. I'm learning
I think
Canva,
so. I don't know.
You should be able
Maybe.
to, once you pull the graphic in.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be able to, even if you couldn't, even if you couldn't do it with just the butterfly. Honestly, that whole image would look dope gold.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
yeah,
I'll play
but
with
yeah.
it and have some different
Yeah.
styles for you guys next week.
I'll put it this way: if you have Canva Pro, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, I have Pro. Yes.
Oh well, you're good.
Okay.
You should be good.
I
If
think-
not, hit me up. I can help.
Okay. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank
Now,
you,
I
guys.
think the gold, all gold would be too much. I like the idea of the one butterfly being gold.
Okay. Okay. So I'll play around with the different and we'll see which one pops most.
Okay, so what you can do is this: if you can't, I can't think of the word, focus on that one butterfly, make it gold. You might be able to select it
Okay.
and then see if you can make just that selection gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll play around with that then. Okay.
You guys are giving wonderful feedback, and also check the
Great
chat.
feedback.
You put something in chat as well.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know,
Perfect.
I just had another idea. If you make that one butterfly gold, then the guide to living your best life, you might want to make that gold as well.
Ooh, jazzy. Okay.
Yeah.
I like. Yes.
Yeah, I love that flower as the head.
Yeah.
That's my 3 cents.
Oh,
if
thank you.
you're
Red and
gonna
gold
work,
is a dope combination anyway, period.
and if you
Yeah.
work in that gold, playing around with that, you may have to put a little bit of white underneath it to lift it up off that
Okay.
reddish kind of background, just to make it stand out and it doesn't like get faded into the background of that reddish color.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
you may have to play
call
around with it a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I have
So
to call
what, put like a background behind that so that the white will pop? I mean, so that the gold will pop?
But you might
Yeah,
have to
so-
outline it in white.
Yeah.
Yeah, either outline it in white or like keep that one butterfly, and then maybe well, I'm not a Canva person, so I can't really speak to that. I'm a Photoshop person. So
Okay.
what I would do, if it were me, then I would like copy that white butterfly, and then with that second copy of it, change it to gold, and then just place it on top of the seed,
And that's what I was trying to say.
yeah, to lift it.
Okay.
That's all. Like, because that sometimes like golds can be, or yellows or golds can kind of fade into that reddish color. So you have to really, do a couple of
foundation.
things. Yeah,
Okay.
do a couple of things to kind of just lift it up off the page a little bit. But yeah,
Okay.
have fun.
You can layer in Canva. I don't know if it's as good as Photoshop. I doubt it because I've played about in both. But yeah, you should be able to add a layer and
Yeah,
add that butterfly in there too. So
okay, I can't
Yeah.
wait. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll show you guys different samples based on your suggestions. So yeah, because I'm curious to see how the title is going to look on the
Mhm.
top versus the bottom and all of that. I want to kind of play around with all of that. So
right.
okay, thank you.
Any
It was so much.
additional comments
Mhm.
or critiques? We good?
I'll say something just
Mhm.
I agree with everything that you guys said and take it even one step further. So there's the gold where it's a gold color, but I also, once you said that, then I was seeing like gold etching, like where it's actually metallic. Where
Oh,
so it would be, I mean, it'd be another step in, you know, when you print your books, but with all that detail in it to where it's actually like, what would the word be? Stamped. It's not
Embossed.
embossed. Yes.
Embossed or
Thank you. There you
outlaid.
go.
Outlaid.
Yeah. Where, you know,
Nice.
where it sticks up and then it's metallic actually.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be really pretty.
Yeah, that would be really pretty. Yeah.
That's how I see it, but I couldn't figure out how to describe that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When you
Yeah.
were saying gold, I figured that's what you were
Mhm.
trying to say. That would, yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you
Awesome.
guys. Great ideas. Thank you so much. I'll stop sharing now. Okay.
okay. Who's next?
I'll go next. Okay. So this is my, just, I spent 2 hours today working on this. And so I think it's going to change and it's something to start with. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to have to do it. Okay. So do I need to move this way, in or out? Do I need
You have
Your
a
background's
blurred
blurred, so
background.
you have to unblur your background.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay, good
Or you
idea.
take a picture of it and put it in the chat.
I
Take
do not
a picture of your-
Zoom very much, so let me do this. Not
You
so
take a picture
There
on
you
your
go.
phone.
Yep, that's
Oh,
better.
there you go. You did it.
get rid of that screen. That little screen. I get that to go away.
She has butterflies too.
Yeah. So that wasn't part of my plan and other things that make God laugh. And I'm a little low on ink, so that's part of the reason that it's a little faded. So I don't necessarily think that this graphic goes with the name. I kind of like that wasn't part of my plan. Another thing things that make God laugh. I kind of have more of like more of a sense of humor, like maybe more of a graphic of somebody laughing, if not myself. I'm going to fix this now I can't get it to go back to where it takes it off. Sorry about that. Okay. And then I have my outlines. So basically this is what I didn't type out my introduction, but what I put into Chat GPT, and this will just give you an idea of what kind of, and then I have the outlines that I did 2 outlines that it talked about. Writing a book about my life from marriage to selling real estate, motherhood, to affair, to divorce, to dating, spiritual journey, to books I read, people I met, places I traveled to friendships from childhood, to adult relationships I thought would last forever that ended, to being a mother to a little girl. Also talking about how I used to be controlling and struggle, that I still deal with being controlling and struggle with perfection and going through tough times alone with myself and learning that those things didn't work for my life and who I wanted to be for myself and for my daughter, friends and family. Also
That's
about
2 minutes.
okay. Yes. So I put all that in.
It's never very long.
And then just the outlines of what it gave me, like really expanded what I was thinking. So
Yay!
Yay. I
And
like
welcome, Wendy. Welcome.
Thank you.
You and Michael jumped in, so thank you.
Yes.
Mhm. I like it. One suggestion I noticed when you say like the graphics don't necessarily go with the title,
Mhm.
you want to have somebody like
Yep, that's the first thing I thought about.
yeah, like what was the last part? Like
And other things that make God laugh.
right, you'd be like
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
you know, but you
Like
can see the
seriously. Yeah.
plot, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, like
Yeah,
really?
the whole
Because the
emoji.
whole thing is like you're trying, but there's a higher power that you're not even dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I love it. I love the concept. But those are my suggestions.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I just think yeah. Just kind of like a sense of humor. Like that's going to be more like just to laugh at yourself. You can laugh at me, and if you see something for yourself, that's kind of how I help people.
Yeah, the cover should speak to that, give a little more of that flavor.
Thank you.
Can you back up, Wendy? Can I see it again? Just a little bit.
You gotta unblur yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, this is the. Oh, here, let me get this up. This other one's the color one. It does have my name on the bottom. You just can't see it very well.
Okay. Well, the title immediately pulled me in because that's the type of stuff I would buy.
Mhm.
Like that. So I was like, oh yeah. Let me know when it's done because I like stuff like that. Yeah, I actually like the cover. But you could certainly lean more to more of a humorous angle
Mm-hmm.
just to kind of lighten it up a little bit. This looks more pensive and like it's gonna evoke deep thoughts and feelings instead of that lighthearted. I guess the intent for it to be a little more lighthearted. So maybe look for imagery that's a little more playful.
Now, you just what just jumped into my head, one of the things that I'm gonna write about is that I went up on an open mic night and did comedy on an open mic night. So like possibly a picture of me like sitting on the stool with the microphone, because that's one possibility. And then because it will be part of the book, and it's kind of a pivotal moment of kind of having the courage to go up and talk at an open mic night, like right after my mom died.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That just came to me, so I'll just kind of put that in my notes.
Yeah, but again, I really like the title.
Thank you.
It's very engaging. It grabbed me immediately.
I
Good job.
appreciate you saying that, because I've just told a few friends. I've joked about this being a book, that being the name of a book. But I really appreciate that in this space. There you go.
I think it would be great with some kind of image that evicts a bruh kind of look.
Okay.
Like just like what was I thinking, and or having somebody behind you like tap you on the shoulder like, no, it's not, no, you're not getting it. That kind of thing.
Okay.
That would work for me. That would work for me. But then again, I'm the Joker too, so yeah.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Actually, I can go next.
Okay.
Can I just say real quick, I love the
Yeah.
title too, Wendy. I just wanted to, that grabbed me right away, because that's where I am right now in my life. Like that just wasn't a part of my plan. So
Right. Like I can
instantly-
relate.
Oh yeah, instantly I was like, "Ooh, that's gonna be a good book."
I
Mhm.
was a super planner, like super planner, note
Yes.
card, very like it had to be my way, and it was miserable for me. It was miserable for everybody around me.
I have
Yeah.
3 degrees. How could this not have worked out?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I came late to the party, but um, I kind of had a little help with what I wanted to do. Thanks to Shemsu-t commenting on one of my Facebook posts, and it really irks me when people say I'm gonna do yoga. You don't do yoga. You know,
You
you
practice
do.
yoga.
Yeah, you practice yoga. You do your laundry. You know, you don't do yoga.
I'm
So
certainly guilty of doing the yoga. That's why I don't.
I
That's why
I
I'm
mean
not good
I
at it,
say
because
it.
I need to practice yoga, right?
I still say it.
Yeah, but
Only now I catch myself when I
yeah,
say it.
yeah.
So and it's gonna probably 99.9% sure it's gonna be a YouTube channel.
Okay.
A book's not gonna get it unless it's like Stephen King thinking I'm no. So simply put, more than asana. Living your yoga instead of doing your yoga.
Oh, say it again,
Ooh.
Michael. Say it again.
More than asana is the title. Living your yoga instead of doing your yoga, and doing in italics or caps or something. And just basically going through how to create a lifestyle of yoga practice as opposed to, hey man, I'm gonna grab my mat, let's go do yoga. No, no. So it's going to be easy enough to put together. I haven't done the point that I need to do to present that, but it's already here, and it's scattered everywhere, in my iPad in different notes and stuff. But yeah, it's like I've been preaching that since I finished my certification in yoga. It's like, why do people keep saying let's do yoga? You can't do yoga.
It's a way of life.
Like, I mean, you can do asana, you can do poses, but you're limiting yourself because you're only doing. I need to keep up abreast of my own time, but you're limiting yourself to only one part of what yoga is. Literally 1/8 of what yoga is, because there's 8 parts to it. So, and while no judgment, definitely, if you're doing it because you need to get movement in, awesome. Just realize that you're doing more than just the poses, even if you don't realize it.
Mhm.
The breath.
Mhm.
That's my thing. That's what I'm working on.
Okay.
Awesome.
I like that because when you said that, this is the first place I live in Dubuque I've ever been, and people actually do yoga. These the most medicated, anxious yoga practitioners I've ever been around. This is so weird to me. I was thinking like, oh, it's like aerobics. It's like aerobics, but it's hip. You know what I mean?
Right.
There are intentional yoga teachers out here, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
majority of it is they're doing yoga. It's a
Doing
meetup.
yoga,
Bad.
Let's
it's
go
like
drink afterwards.
Oh,
exactly. So it's like imagine that with a group of 8 to 17-year-olds, some of which have ADHD, PTSD,
mm.
all the things, right? They can't sit still for 5 minutes.
Hmm.
They just can't. So I literally, and I learned real quick. I went in there trying to teach them like I would teach an adult class. Threw that out the window 30 minutes in. Like, this is not going to work. Breathe. I am breathing, just like, and you look up and they're looking around there. One of them like was doing cartwheels and whatever in the back. Couldn't do it. So I literally, um, which is why I'm kind of late with this. I'm putting together the lesson plan for it. But I had to take a 30-hour kids yoga class to figure out I'm doing it way wrong.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I break it down into little 2-3 minute
That's
bits,
exactly right. Yeah.
15 minutes instead of 30 to 45 minutes, which
Mhm.
which is what they want. No, I'm not sitting here trying to wrangle no, not working. So yeah, that's what I did. And now it's like MJ's awesome. MJ is like changing the whole program around. It looked like they're going all over town telling people about how much they like yoga. And at first it was like, yoga, I'm not doing that crap. And they walked out. So I figured out something, I guess.
You met them at their level.
Mhm.
Ooh, yeah.
You met
And
them.
what
Yes.
they needed too. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I kind of I'm sorry, I kind of get jittery when I'm talking about it because I'm so excited about it. But um it's kind of tripped out, like when you stop trying to force feed somebody something,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's good for you. Like, eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables, eat this carrot, kid. It's gonna do you good. No, I don't want a carrot. But you teach them, hey, I really don't care for carrots either. How about we both try? I want to see what's up with that.
Mm.
Same objective, different perspective on how to get to the end game.
Mhm.
And it's like now it's like we sit and we talk and we do something called high low, which is we talk about what's the high point of our day, what's the low part of our day. Basically, what I'm doing with these kids is providing a safe space to be themselves without judgment, where they can relax. They don't have to worry about what's going on upstairs. Matter of fact, a lot of them say, I'm coming down here because I don't want to deal with that.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's like they don't have someone mentioned emotional intelligence earlier. They don't know how to, observe emotional intelligence because their parents don't know, because their parents didn't know.
That's right. That's right.
I can't expect them to know something that they've never been exposed to.
Mm-hmm.
So, that growth mindset, all that stuff, all that's contained within the class that I do for these kids. So what I'm doing now, and I know let me hurry up. So what I'm doing now is I'm doing adult yoga, but in a kid way.
Mhm.
So basically, it's called inner child yoga. Is to unleash your inner child, to reconnect with your inner child through yoga and whatnot. And I don't know how it's going to work for them, but for me, it's been working fine. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So like I said, YouTube channel forthcoming. I will take any and all comments, questions, concerns.
Well, I am so glad that you are here with us, Michael, and I can hear that your voice really is required. I mean, not just in the world, but amongst us too. So
I
thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Yeah, thank you.
It
And
feels good.
I just love what you're doing. I love it. I love all of it. So
Yeah.
sorry, I'm a lover today. So there are no critiques.
I mean, today you love every day. I don't even want to hear that one.
That's why her favorite color red, huh?
That's right.
It's
Yep.
Sunday. It's Haru Day. Y'all know.
Yes, it is. Yep.
Right. Amen.
Awesome. Oh, and Wendy, just so you know, I sent you a friend request on Facebook so we can connect and get this figured out.
Okay.
Well, I
I
did
can,
have one comment. I'm sorry.
oh, go ahead.
Can you read your title again? Are you firm with the title?
More than Asana.
Yeah, that Asana, like, I think that might be a pushback for a lot of people just using that word in your title.
Oh, that's okay, because I was probably going to change it to more than poses anyway, just because people
Oh,
probably don't even know what Asana is anyway.
Right. And that was the thing.
Yeah.
That'll take away half your market.
Thank you for
They-
reminding me.
if they don't know what the heck that the word means.
Right.
The other point I wanted to make, in your book, one of probably the main things that you have to remember is the breathe to center. That's the main thing in yoga, and that's how it becomes a regular practice.
unifying. That's right.
Right. That's how it becomes like you're doing it every day. Because I've actually
You're practicing it.
school and yoga, Kemetic yoga, the Indian yoga, and so all
Well,
of it is a everyday practice, but once you focus on your breathing, then the poses become natural. You know, even if you getting a glass off the counter, you know, and
exactly.
so that's how it becomes a part of you, helping them to understand how. And I could, you know, join your podcast at any time too.
I browbeat them with breath. I browbeat them with breath. Everything is,
Yes.
it's like everything in my thing is like everything is everything. So everything is yoga. Everything is the breath. Everything, because it's all interconnected. It's like when I was doing kung fu, everything is kung fu because I lived the kung fu. I didn't just do kung fu, right? So the very first thing we do is a breathing exercise, and I teach them a different one every week, and I do that because, and I tell them this isn't just for you to calm down here. This breathing exercise is so that when little brother is getting on your nerves and he's trying to push your buttons, breathe. You finna go take a math test you probably didn't study for like you're supposed to. Breathe.
Mhm.
You're going on your first date because some of them are teenagers. You're going on your first date or whatever. Breathe. You start this life with a breath and you end it with one.
Mm.
That is the one thing that you have with you from the time you're here till the time you leave. That is the one thing you can count on to chill, right? So yeah. And the other thing is, like she was just saying, like when you're reaching for something, inhale, grab it, exhale, put it down. Inhale, grab this, exhale,
That's
put it
all
down.
Doc ever says to me. And really it makes a difference after 60 more than anything. I'm gonna tell
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
more
yeah.
than anything.
And my mom stayed with us for a bit, and she has mobility issues, and she can't lift her leg
Yeah,
high, right?
yeah,
All you got to do when you get ready to lift your leg, inhale, you're light. Place your foot on the step.
yeah,
Exhale, push off, you're strong. And it's easier for you to get up. And
yeah.
she started doing that. Like she's like, Jesus, like I never thought of. Yeah, everything is breath.
Everything is breath connection.
Everything is breath. That might be, I'm gonna write that down. That might be a segue into something else.
So yeah, after 60 yoga.
Well, I mean, that's my thing. That's my original target market was men 40 plus looking to regain their energy, vitality, and mobility. That was the thing. It's still the thing. It's just that I thought I was going to go like this, but I'm doing that. But
Yeah,
I'm going
it
to
wasn't
circle
like
back
you
around to it.
planned. Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm going to circle back around to it. And like I said, this getting hired at the health department, uh, yeah, it's like the door didn't just get open; it got blown off the hinges. Like it's yeah.
Let's
Let me not even get started. But yeah, it's not just me; it's my wife too. But we'll talk another time when we ain't got all these other people to go through their thing.
okay, okay. Who's
Yeah.
next? We got a few more and we're getting close to the time.
I'll go next.
Okay,
And then I'll go after you.
okay.
Okay. Oh, yes, you want to go.
Just
Yo,
go.
All right.
Jimmy.
yo, 2 minutes start now.
All right. So let me share my screen.
You should have it. Mhm.
Yep,
There you
I
go.
got it. You see that?
Ooh.
That is
I love it.
the
Mhm.
Ghost of Bullies. My introduction, I gotta put it, okay, let me move this. So you saw the title. I'm gonna
Yeah. How to overcome traumatic experiences from
mm-hmm.
I
I'm
would
trying
say from being bullied.
from being bullied. Okay.
Yeah, because it's usually we have more than one bully.
Yeah.
And the
I
bully
said
has a
a
bully.
bully because yeah, I was thinking it can be maybe somebody just had one. I don't know.
But you know, you attract those bullies to a degree.
Yes.
We attract our
Yeah,
experiences.
but also growing up, that's part of our training. So you don't even know you've been bullied when you're growing up.
Yeah.
So
I want to, hold
yeah,
on, I got to move something right quick. And now I'm going to share my screen again so
okay.
you all can see it. All right. Where are you?
I know I said
Oh, there you go. All right. Okay. So, a part of this, what I had to describe was I wanted to read this, so I wrote it down.
Are we
So
supposed to see it? Why are you reading it?
you want to see it?
No, you don't have to. Go ahead. We can.
Okay.
No. It seemed like you was okay.
It
I
seemed
was
like she
trying
was
not to-
going to, right?
No, I was
But-
reading
but-
it so while you all see the cover. So
Okay.
I started writing this in 2017 and I stopped. And then when the recertification came back up, I'm like, oh, this book has been on my mind to finish. So in the preference, I actually wrote 2 chapters of this already and stopped. So it described it as, what if ghosts were a metaphor for past fears or anxious moments? Things we hunted by from our past as we look over our shoulders, peeking in closets, looking under beds, or afraid to go into dark places because of the ghost of our fears, our shame, our hurt, and lurking to pop up on us. The ghosts are waiting to remind us of things that we want to forget. What if ghosts are just that? What if they're apparitions of dead things or dead experiences? Either the ghosts are coming to hunt you or warn you. We hold ourselves hostage with great fears on a daily basis and live life cautiously because we are afraid of the unknown. Past experience that are traumatic can haunt you for the rest of your life. The experiences can determine outcomes of situations. You may want to try new things or have a new look, create a new spiritual practice, but the ghost or a voice from the past may keep you from moving forward. Whatever that is hindering you from your living freely is a haunting reminder of what someone said to you as a child that paralyzes you and halts progression. The story I'm about to share in this book is based purely from my experience. The stories I share are examples of my ghosts. These shadows of trauma have kept me bound for so many years. It
Wow.
occurred to me recently that standing up for my person is a lesson that was to be learned in this lifetime, because I do have a sneaky suspicion that I wasn't a fighter in my previous lifetimes. I am using my own witness and accounts of incidents to the best of my knowledge to show how I am perfecting this lifetime by confronting bullying and abuse. And there's more, blah, blah. But that's it.
Wow.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
That's deep.
Mind blown.
I think everybody here can.
It
Right.
gave me the chills. I'm gonna add this real quick.
Okay.
From personal experience, my biggest bully is me.
Mm.
And what I tell myself and how I bully myself.
Mm.
Mhm.
Because no matter what they do out there, can't nobody hurt you worse than what's going on in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I need to add that
That
to the
doesn't go
chapter.
anywhere. Yeah, this doesn't go anywhere. The bully that bothers you out here in the physical world, they go home, they get arrested, they do whatever. They're gone, they're out of sight. This
Yeah.
never goes anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
That's my 2.5 cents right there.
That's good.
I have 1 cent. I was gonna
Yeah,
say
what's it?
Everybody throwing change.
right. On your title, I would take off the how to and
Okay.
overcoming.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Overcoming traumatic experience from bullies.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty.
Because you
I
don't
love
want
the cover though. I love that cover.
no,
Yeah.
you don't want
Yeah.
it to be like a bullying for dummies. You know,
Okay.
you don't want I kind
Okay.
of got that vibe, and it's
Yeah.
totally outside of that vibe.
Yeah, but your introduction wasn't that. So that's right.
Oh, right. So the
More than on point.
Yeah.
you know, it kind of. So yeah, that's my one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I
that
do
image was absolutely perfect. I love, like, it grabbed me immediately. I really, really like that. I think you did a great job.
Thank you.
Bestseller
Yeah.
on deck.
Yeah,
Mhm.
love the cover. I love it. Love the introduction. It's great.
Thank you. I can stop now.
Ooh,
Yay.
I'm still getting the
Yay.
gooses.
How do I get out of here? Okay, there we go. Stop sharing. There we go.
Yeah, you wasn't sharing. Go ahead, Rolanda.
Yeah, you were good.
Okay, so I'm gonna, I guess, give the background and the intro first, and then go into the imagery.
Okay.
So the title is "Love Shit,"
Is
and
what?
love shit,
Oh,
love shit.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, it's I use it a lot as a head when I'm talking about relationship stuff. Uh, and so it's the ebbs and flows in the pursuit of love, and that's my working subtitle. The ebbs and flows in the pursuit of love. And so what I wrote, and it's not necessary, well, it could be an introduction with a little tweaking, but these are just all my thoughts. So I start with a quote by Anne Lamott. You own everything that happened to you. Tell your stories. If people wanted you to write warmly about them, they should have behaved better. So my 2 cents after that is when it comes to your lived experiences in relationships, you have the right to tell your story. If it was a situation where you were mentally, physically, or emotionally abused or manipulated, you do not owe them your silence. Your feelings are valid. You are the griot of your own life story, and to hell with anybody who expects their chapter to be omitted for the sake of their own comfort. Um, so that's kind of where I'm going. I'm pretty much telling my stories, but I'm also going through the stages of love, like the infatuation, all of that, and then the stages of grief. So I haven't in heartbreak. So trying to figure out how to meld all of those, together, and then just interspersing my personal stories and the lessons that I got from them throughout that space, throughout the book. So that's that.
What was
Okay.
the name of it again?
Love Shit. The ebbs and
Say
flows.
shot.
I don't know if you can see it, but I think that would go perfectly with "Let That Shit Go." That's what is this? It's a journal. Okay, so a journal for leaving your bullshit behind and creating a happy life.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
think when she said the ebbs and flow in the pursuit of love is more than just love shit, or is it love ship?
It's shit.
Well, you know what? If you say love shit and then you say the ebbs and flow is more than shit.
Yeah, but shit is in this instance is
Like my shit, your shit, his shit,
yeah, it like
love
stuff.
shit.
You
Got
know
it.
what I'm
Okay.
saying? So it's
Love
not
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's so it's like stuff or things, if I had to put a synonym or something with it.
Right.
Yeah, so it's all the things. It's the infatuation, it's the betrayal, it's the swooning, it's the heartbreak, it's the
Shit.
recovery from it, it's the it's all the things. Love shit.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
The
yeah,
all-encompassing good, bad, and ugly of what it takes to love and be loved.
But
Yeah,
real
because
shit
if you look at Hollywood, they make you think that love is all about,
mhm,
it's like,
mhm.
no, that's not it.
Right.
Jada been telling us something differently. I don't know where y'all been.
I don't follow the celebrities because they entertain.
She, she entertaining herself. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Let's not go there with that lady. Yeah.
Thanks, Dr. Tammy.
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
Yeah, I
let us
just
see
think
the image. Can we see the image now?
yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to pull up my because I noticed that I had one that is
All I know
missing.
is I'm about to be broke buying all these doggone books.
We not affirming that.
Nope.
We not bumping you
We
with
send
that. You can get
No,
all
but we already know that's a joke.
Yeah, okay, good.
But
Just so
you
you know, subconscious don't take jokes like
Yeah, no.
it sure don't.
uh-uh.
It say, okay, that's what you want. All
No,
right.
you get all the books
No.
you want. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send you an Amazon gift card just for that.
Yep. And
Get
cancel,
you some more books.
all
Yes, ma'am.
travels are open, clear, safe, and prosperous.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, I love that.
Yep, and spelled with a Y, like I was hoping. Good.
Are you
Yes,
gonna
I like
share?
that.
You're not gonna. Oh, you pointing to it. Okay, I got you. I love that.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's
So
how-
so that's one of the images. It was something about that. I don't even know what this really is. It might be fabric or I don't know, but I
Like
just
satin
love
sheets.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what
and it looks
something.
like there's a curve. It reminds you of bodies too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it ebbs and flows of it. So, me being the designer that I am, and the artist that I am, of course, this is not the only image, but that's one that really grabbed me.
Oh, the
Yeah.
umbrella.
Hmm.
Okay.
Mm.
Now, what's the significance of the umbrella with the love shit? To stay covered or
Um, I don't know. I guess I was thinking about like the heartbreak piece of it, like the feeling of um going through a storm.
oh,
Mm.
Yeah.
okay.
You
So
know
that
what?
was,
What about having what about having a, I want to say naked body under an umbrella?
Ooh.
Because it's love
yeah,
shit. No, but they turn backwards and then naked under an umbrella
Like a
because you kind of
silhouette,
like, yeah,
yeah,
like a
Mm.
silhouette. Mm.
because they're not covered. I mean, the umbrella is stopping, but they're really not covered. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They are temporarily protected from the rain, but the elements are still hitting them.
yeah. So that was one.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And this one. And of course, you know, I'm still playing around with, fonts and all that stuff.
Now
So
that's very attractive.
To
I
me,
like that.
first one and this one, those are
Yep.
my favorites.
Me too.
yeah, mine too. Mine too.
If I had to
And,
pick, I'd pick that one.
I would
mm,
pick this one.
okay.
Something about that red hot ingot of
Yeah.
Hearthstone.
So, Rolanda.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Yep.
good.
See, that's what I was going through. The ooh.
Yeah, because I mean, then
That's the
the broken
designer
heart
in
that's
you
mended,
too.
that's dope.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
I go through all of this before I narrow it down. And then I just like use that image again. And then I had a couple, that's a little more, like
Ripping the
light and
band-aid off
airy, a
kind of
little more
thing.
fluffy.
Mhm.
Yeah. But the heart, as you can see, is still whole. It has a little bit of
Cracked and
bruises
crumpled.
and
It ain't got
cracks
much
and
time left.
yeah, all that stuff.
Ooh.
And then the horseshoes, because I thought about,
Lucky in love.
lucky and luck. Right. Right. So, yeah.
But go ahead with your best self. Oh, wait, there's more.
Michael.
I'm here for it.
That's the movie. That's the movie.
Keep them coming.
Right. This is the
Yes.
look,
Yes.
this could be the novel. So if I do,
Yes.
if I, yeah, like when I saw this and like went back to it, I was like, this
Could be
says
the
novel.
novel. Yeah, the
Yeah, this
novel
says,
or the movie. Absolutely. Mhm.
yeah. And then the last one, of course, still playing around with fonts and things, but it's that glass
Yeah.
slipper, that whole fairy
Ooh,
tale
that's
that
a whole
people
But
share.
is
nother
it
concept.
broken? Do it have cracks in it, or am I just seeing things?
Yeah. A crack in the slipper?
Yeah, it's like,
Yep.
do it have cracks in it, or am I just seeing things?
Yeah, it's got a couple of cracks in it. I
Yeah.
was trying to, because I didn't have time to like really do the heel. That's what I wanted. I
Right.
wanted like a broken heel,
Yeah.
broken slipper, or
Right.
like a princess crown with
Yeah.
that's like broken. So, that whole fairy tale thing. So
Brought to real
those are
life.
my concepts. I just
All
have to
right,
narrow
let me throw
down.
mine up here before we run out of time. And then make sure that you guys are actually spending time with your buddies, right? And working through some of the stuff that we're sharing. And wait, before I do that, no, I'll do this and then I'll do that. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes.
The Village by the Lake, a novel by Shemsu-t. And I'm going to read this. My feet dangled freely as I sat upon the rock, barely touching the water. The waves licked at my toes, causing a light chill to raise goosebumps on the calves of my legs. As I gazed forward, I appreciated the sunset on Lake Michigan's. They're like the colorful poems written on the horizons for us to ingest and revere. It sparks us to remember those moments in life when you find yourself surrounded by the most amazing frequency of creative love, joyous adventure, and nurturing events, where the men demonstrate because they choose to uplift their community, protect the children, and where women build gardens and communities to teach and spread life. It wasn't like I intended to find such a harmonious environment. The beckoning of my soul was my draw to the water, the healing, the peace in the village by the lake.
I love it.
Yeah, it's so like calming, but at the same time, it's engaging.
Right.
Like you want to hear more.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
yeah.
Tell me more about,
Yeah, that's
And
I
it's
love
a-
the colors. I love
me
the
too.
colors. Man.
And y'all, in any audience, like any demographic will read this book. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not particularly, yeah, I like that.
You know, I'm
Mhm.
trying to write. Rilana, I'm actually trying to write it the way it would be a movie too. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the concept of the images, and that's what I was going to say. I wanted to show you all because I probably will engage Chat GPT or Bart, but you know, like how I have my card set up, I actually have a section for my characters, my rounded characters, my flat characters, my semi-flat characters, and then I have a section for the events, and then there's another section for I can't even see what that says. But the idea is that each day I can build out and write inside of each character as I build it and then put it into the story. You know, so I wanted
Gotcha.
you know, to see that this is kind of to help my guiding, my writing, you know, because you have a thought about, oh, this character, and you may not be writing, but you can write the thought down and keep track of it. All right. So so this week or these couple of weeks, what I'd like us to do is to get our structure down, like what days or what times are you writing? Like I love writing on Saturday mornings and I love writing on Friday nights. You know, for you, what does that look like? What are your writing times? And get that for yourself so that you can start moving into that, you know, and owning that. And it doesn't mean that you have to write for hours, but even if you just say, oh, I'm going to write, it just, you know, put a time in your calendar and leave an hour. If you go more than that, that's fine. Go less than that, that's fine. But just get in the habit of saying, this is the time that I write, and also have your writing space so that everything that you need is there, your books. Remember, we talked about the writing style of books and the thesaurus, whatever, because you can do all that on the computer too. But does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm inspired. I don't know about y'all, but I'm geeked.
Beyond geek.
Yes, I'm like, whoo.
I would say with the podcast, MJ, when you were saying, because you're doing podcasts, right? Not a book. So
No,
you
it'll be a
writing it?
YouTube. It'll be a YouTube
Oh, me,
channel.
that's what I mean. You're doing
Yeah.
YouTube, so you're gonna be writing out. I forgot to ask that question. So is it like you're writing out
A script. He should be writing out
script kind of?
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
It'll have to be a script for it.
a schematic. Actually, when you're rating a podcast, one of the suggestions that we make is that you should have your first 6 episodes. You should know what your first 6 episodes are, and you should actually probably record your first 6 episodes when you go live, and then you're just adding on to that so that you're never caught like, oh, I don't have anything to put
Any
up.
content. Yeah.
Any content, yeah. And then once you get 12, you can always replay. Usually that could be your season, and you can
Okay.
yeah. Some people
Yeah, I didn't even think about the podcast bit, but I mean that might be a thing too, because everybody's always talking about I got a radio voice. I don't hear it, but whatever.
Oh, you do.
Um,
And if you do podcasts, you can use Spreaker.com. Spreaker.
I think I have that. I've got a couple of them on my, because I've
I
always
think that
planned
one
on
you can
doing the
get for
podcast.
free.
So I've got
Yeah,
a lot of
some
them.
of those you can use free until you get so many hours
Yeah.
in there.
And I can't think of the one that I have, but you can do video or audio.
Yeah. But
Yes,
you can use YouTube as a podcast too. They now have
Yeah.
Yeah.
podcasts for YouTube.
And you can upload when you go use Spotify for podcasters. You can upload and schedule it. And it goes to Apple Podcasts,
Yes, Spreaker does that too. You can
Amazon,
send
all
them-
those.
yeah.
So you can like
All
kind
of
of
them.
yeah,
That's
you can
right.
do all of them. Yeah.
Riverside, that's the one I was looking at using, Riverside, because it I don't have to worry about everybody's sound quality and all that kind of stuff. So it basically uses each person's local audio, and then it just combines all of it together into a single podcast, and it all sounds like it was recorded in one spot.
So Michael, yours will probably be the first to launch. So yeah, we like to see some, in the next 2 weeks, maybe come back with what your outline look like. Wendy, that's something you all can work on with that, since is anybody else doing a podcast?
Yes, I am.
Oh, perfect.
Oh my goodness, look
Yeah.
at that. You two buddies are doing a podcast. Oh,
I know.
thank you, Universe.
Yeah,
Would you
that's
say,
I have
Michelle?
one. I have one too.
I said this, the book is a springboard for a
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
There's so much information. And then the thing is, by us being coaches, we want to give that platform, for people to digest and, marinate and give them, the space to speak about it so we can evolve ourselves as well and get the feedback, right? I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
That's our mirror. That's how we grow through our listeners. And and this is just a plug, because I did post in the group that our upcoming Ignite Your Soul connection is going to be the path of self-mastery.
Mm.
Right. So I want you guys to start thinking. Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah, start thinking. Well, it's not just the IN. You guys are going to have to audition, because there has to be demonstration of your mastery.
Okay.
It has to be more than head knowledge. You have
to bring out the PowerPoint.
No, not just the power. Not that. I'm talking about in your life demonstrated, like your life.
Right.
When you say your mastery, that should be evident in who you be, right? So when we're talking to other people about it, it doesn't mean that we are the masters of that, but we are on the path. Okay. And when we're on the path, we know that there's ups and downs. So when you're on the path, you want to be able to speak to that, but you want to be able to speak to the strength that you have to stay on the path. Does that make sense?
Yes, I mastered not going to jail.
That
I mastered.
we can't take Goldie nowhere.
I'm healing the bullies. What you talking about? I stayed
fine.
at the
But
jail.
that's a different conversation. We're not.
That's mastery.
Well, that's a perfect segue into me saying that Dr. Tammy has her hand raised for a
What?
question.
I had something. I'm sorry.
Dr. Tammy, what, Dr. Tammy? No,
Unmute.
that's that whole self-mastery thing is my thing. But so of course I want to audition. But my original question was, do you think that, because I always hear about podcasts, and honestly, I don't really listen to them, but I want to know more about it because I think it probably would be something that I would be interested in doing.
Yes.
So just later down the line, you do something on podcast. I'd like to.
Yeah, we're gonna do something on podcast. I have a lady that's gonna come and talk to us about she about Amazon self-publishing and what that looks like. And then Teresa is actually, who's missing with us is Teresa and Kiana. And Teresa self-published a couple of years ago. So yeah,
Okay.
so we're definitely have all of those conversations. So yes, you had
Okay.
your hand up. Was that Tammy? Did that answer you?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, you shares. What did you say?
I was gonna say when you said that, I don't know if you all had opportunity. Oprah at one time she had a master's class, and did you all? And she had like Maya Angelou was on there.
I
It
don't
was
deal
just,
with none of that celebrity stuff. Never have, never will.
and you know what? I understand that, but she had they talked about the mastery of their craft and the different things when you said that it took me back
To
to
that,
some people, some of the like Maya Angelou was one of the ones I took on I didn't watch them all because it was just certain people I was just interested in what what their mastery would have brought to the table. So when you said that that's how ours would be, um it just reminded me. I don't know if anyone else has seen any of those, how they came about. So it just sparked that. It was really good for some of the ones that I watched that I can remember, but it was a while.
For those of you that know me well enough, you know that I don't listen to any of that. I don't listen to any commercialized anything because my connection is here. I am the queen of spade, which is what? Self-mastery. So my connection is here. When you start listening out here, that's the way other people do stuff, right? And now we're even seeing that most of those people were set up as puppets to lead us in a different kind of light. So we really have to, right? We really want to be mindful. Because all of us, we're what do you call it? Boots on the ground?
Yep.
Boots on the ground. We don't have millions of dollars to throw at issues.
Yep. Sleeves rolled up.
Okay. Sweating. Doing the PP dance when you gotta, you know what I'm saying? So, but that doesn't say that you should not. That is not what my point is. My point is that when we're doing our work, and I think Landy spoke to it when she said that we can ready to go, Kiana. When Landy said that it's her experiences that she's speaking to. So that's what when we're talking about the path to self-mastery, we're talking about our own personal experiences that have brought us to this path of self-mastery. And that in doing that, these are the steps that I take when I'm off the path. And this is how further along I am on the path. Does that make sense?
Knowledge applied versus knowledge accumulated.
Absolutely, because people can talk off the top of their head and sound real good, but then when you open their closet, all the shit fall out.
Well, you see that every day with these relationship, these clips from these relationship things, like the Derek Jacksons and all those folks.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I see that out here. And when I think I've mastered my reaction, all of that, because there's so much, and people, and I say this, and I try not to be judgmental when I say it, But I say it don't take much to impress people, because people just they talk and talk, and folks like, oh my God, that's so amazing. And then it's like, okay,
Not really.
I'm gonna pull back.
Depends on what they've been exposed to.
Exactly. Everybody's perspective is different.
Mm.
Some might
It's-
like
but
ice cream sundae.
No, because they do it all the time. That's why I'm confused. Like, do they forget that this was just talked about? I don't know. I think it's patronizing, and I think that's one of the things about when you say mastery. When I saw that, I said, "Ooh."
Well, I said self-mastery.
I know.
So
That's what I'm
there's a-
saying. My self-mastery, my
Yeah.
reaction.
Yeah.
No
Emotional
GM.
intelligence.
Mhm.
Like say that, say what you said.
I said emotional, and you have to institute emotional intelligence. It took me
Yes.
Oh,
long. I wasn't until I was 30 years old to I even heard that term. First
yeah.
of all. And I was
Yeah.
so embarrassed and pissed off. But then I said, okay, I learned the term when I was supposed to learn the term. But in
Mhm.
that I realized how much emotionally unintelligent I was. I was very reactionary, nigga what? Always gotta prove your point. Always gotta, and then after a while it's just like they don't deserve the energy. We're conditioned to react because someone says something to you or something does, but most the times it's just a distracting, a test for you. Like, this is a test. I don't have to engage. You don't deserve my energy. And so that was the intellectual part of using my emotions. Like, I don't have to use my emotions. I don't have, which is energy and motion. Like, you don't deserve my energy. So I had to be intelligent enough, grow up in a sense to realize that everything doesn't require. You can have your perspective, and whatever that is, I'm okay with. I conform to it, I might not.
Okay, Dr. L, we ain't teaching tonight, okay? And I want to be mindful. It's after 7:30. Kiana, we will send you the
Hey,
video. Hello.
yes, I've been sitting here and yeah, it's crazy. Then I heard another message go off, and I said, I think I'm supposed to be doing something. I've been like in and out of sleep all
Listen,
day.
she be
Hey,
doing that at
everybody.
work too. I be texting her, we have a team meeting. She's like, I was eating. Girl, get your butt up.
That is funny.
So we are recording. So you and Teresa were the only two not here. That means that you two will be buddies, okay?
Okay.
And then I will probably connect with the two of you later. And then what's the next date? What's 2 weeks from now? I was trying to find my daytime. Not in
The
here.
29th.
What? That's a Sunday.
It's on a Sunday. It's October 29th.
Now is the 6 o'clock time better for you guys?
It's better for me. I don't know about everybody else.
It's fine with me.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I said, the middle of the day. I mean,
I'm fine with it.
Okay, let's do 6 p.m. on the 29th. Get with your buddy a couple of times before then. And in your next section, we need to have, I'd like you to have at least part of your first chapter in your structure. Okay, we're writing.
Indeed. Thank you.
We're writing. We ain't doing the outlines and all that. Okay, we're writing.
We're right.
I already have 2 chapters.
That's all right. You keep
writing.
Overachiever, you.
I already started it 5 years ago, so I'm actually.
Well, go back and rewrite then.
That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah,
Can we rewrite?
Yes, please go back and rewrite. Okay. Absolutely. You know how many times I rewrote that, and even when I was reading it, I was like, I got to rewrite that again. So yes, okay, go back and rewrite. All right, you guys, thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your support. Michael and Alanda, thank you for jumping in there and being my backup for today, because I was just like, listen, I didn't double book myself 3 times.
What time was it supposed to start today?
If you
Yeah.
guys need anything, I will send you all this video once it rounds up later on. It'll probably be tomorrow though, okay?
No, I'm good. It was just a
Okay.
pleasure meeting a couple of new faces and seeing a couple of old ones
Yeah.
all over
Kiana,
again. That
you
was
and Wendy,
awesome.
you ever met Wendy, Kiana?
No, I don't think so.
Wendy, did you tell people that you live in Indiana?
Yes, and
Oh,
I'll
okay.
say it
Yeah,
again.
so you're
We're-
probably close to me as me
I'm
being
at-
close to you. Yeah.
I'm near Valparaiso.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
near,
Oh,
what's the closest city?
Valparaiso.
Effingham is the closest city to me. Effingham.
Effingham, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
I drive right straight through there. I go to St. Louis and Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
my
that
sister
far.
lives in Valparaiso. I'm in that area all the time when I come home.
Okay.
Sweet.
I
Oh,
love
that's
that
where you
area.
used to take the dog to. Yeah.
Yeah, Valparaiso. We stopped in Valparaiso first before we come to Chicago. We spend a night and then we come
Yeah,
to Chicago.
shoot, man. We're gonna have to have
Well,
y'all come
let's
on down,
go.
bring y'all bikes, and we'll go on a bike ride, and I'll take you to all my
Yeah.
favorite coffee shops.
Oh,
Wait, it's so MJ, I know about the town because I just sat on a panel for the arts, what is it? The Arts Council out there. I
Yeah.
was on a grant panel and it was different art and your town. I think it's some art collective near you.
If there's an art
Indiana.
collective out here, I need to find it because
It's some, I forgot the name of, but I know it was close to there because I saw, I'm like, wait, that sounds familiar. So it's interesting you say that because I was
yeah,
did a lot of
Flora is
towns.
nowhere, but it's close to everywhere. That's how I put it.
Yeah.
what's the name of the town?
Flora, Flora.
Yep.
Flora.
There's Flora. Yep. It was I want to say, I don't have to look it up. I couldn't write down names. You know, you can't follow them.
was
You can't let them know
probably
you're
in
looking at their stuff. But I
Salem,
know that name
Olney,
stuck out.
Centralia. I'm trying to think
Yeah.
all the major. Yeah, so it's like all that down here.
Now
Charles,
Yeah.
y'all see why we went 19 weeks in our first session because nobody want to hang up. I'm hanging up on you.
Okay, we're going. We're leaving. Bye. Good night.
Deuces.
Love you. Bye.
Love y'all.
Don't gotta tell us to
Wendy,
leave.
I'll look for you on Facebook, Wendy.
Perfect. Yes.
Good
Absolutely.
night.
Okay.
Good night.
Thank
Bye,
you.
y'all.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Love y'all.
Love you.